You are live.
Okay, if I could call public service to order, if I could get approval of our previous meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
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 We have one piece coming before us. It's an ordinance authorizing the Director of Public Service or his designee to enter into a contract or contracts without the formality of advertising for bids with Asset Works for the fuel management system replacement project and declaring an emergency. Mr. Little?
Thank you, Madam Chairman and members of committee. Currently, we've been using Fleet Focus management system for years, and what you have before you is one module of that whole system. This is Asset Works fuel management system is just, like I said, part of a bigger module, or it's a module part of a bigger operation we have. What this does is it manages all our fuel at our Triplet facility, our Copley Road facility, then obviously our East Market facility. This system, we've been limping it along for the last couple of years. And the company that's been helping us do that, there's no longer an option to do replacement parts. I'd like to publicly thank the city of Dublin, Ohio. They upgraded and they had some old parts. We actually drove down and got a few of the components to try to keep things running. Unfortunately, back in August, we lost the East Market or the West Market facility altogether. We can't fuel there, which is, as you know, it's probably 16,000 gallons of diesel storage and 16,000 gallons of regular gas storage. We cannot use that with this system. So what I'm asking is to authorize us to replace this system with new upgraded technology and components. And just a caveat, this system, and I wasn't that familiar with it, Jim Hall reminded me it's the same system as like our Army uses, our Navy facilities. They use the same, Air Force, they use the same system. So it's very reliable. Our other option would be to go back to manually recording the gas, putting actually attendants out there, which we haven't done for years. And it's just not the city of Akron vehicles that use this. AMHA fuels at our place. Summit County fuels at our locations. The zoo uses our locations, even though they don't use that much. Keep Akron Beautiful. They also use this system. So unfortunately, we've been trying to get this in the capital budget. It is now currently in the capital budget. And the timeliness of this, I would ask for suspension of the rules, but obviously I will take any questions.
I see a question from Councilwoman Holland.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Mr. Little, I want to make sure I understand what the system is. I understand it to be a management software system, and this is to record not only fuel on hand, but also fuel usage by vehicle and by department or usage. Is that correct?
That's absolutely correct, Councilwoman Holland. Right now, you go over there, you have a card. It's an employee card assigned to a person, and then there's a vehicle card. So, like in the snow and ice event we have coming up, you could be in the truck, from noon to midnight, and then I come in that same truck. So it'll be tied to the truck with the miles, but then again, it'll be tied to the employee that's fueling that, so we can track that.
Very good. Thank you, Mr. Little. And it's my sincere hope that if we talk enough about this predicted upcoming storm, that it will in fact never happen. Thank you.
Hope for the best, but prepare for the worst.
Right, I was going to say that. Councilman Malik.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you, Mr. Luddle. I guess just a question, maybe a general question about how the access works. So for Copley Road and for Triplet, how does access work? Service Department has access, APD has access. It's through a card reader, is that right?
Yeah, each gas location has a standalone where you insert your card. So they in the middle of the pumps, you go there, you insert your employee card, you insert your truck card, and then you enter your mileage. So if you don't enter the correct mileage, this system knows there's got to be something wrong here. You shouldn't be getting gas. You know, your mileage is way under or way over. So you have to, and basically it starts over and it makes you re-enter the correct numbers. So at that point, after you enter the 2 cards, then you pick what pump. Okay. So it knows if I'm driving a big dump truck and I pick gas, it's not going to let me do it. I have to pick diesel, and vice versa on a car. You know, if it's tied to this car, I'm not going to be able to get diesel fuel if I press that pump. So, you know, at Copley Road, we only have 3 pumps and it's very slow. Okay. It's an older system. The tanks are above ground, but at Triplet and also at East Market, they're a lot bigger facilities. And obviously for fire trucks and dump trucks, it's a lot easier to get in and out of those facilities.
Okay. Does the APD have access to all 3 facilities?
Oh yeah, everybody does. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
And we have cameras to monitor them too, sir. So we know who's going in and out.
Absolutely. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions from any committee members or council members? Seeing none, can I get suspension of the rules?
Motion to suspend the rules.
Second.
A motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Seeing we have nothing else coming before us, we are adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next committee for the day will be the Health and Social Services Committee. That will begin at 2:30. Those committee members are Amobian, Freeman, Baylor, Neal, and Holland. Again, that's the Health and Social Services Committee beginning at 2:30. So we will end our live stream and be back then.